Hi there, this reading is for anyone in the sign of Cancer. I'm going to do a gypsy read, which can be a pretty long read if you're not already familiar with it. It's going to take me a minute to shuffle and lay out the cards. It's a 21 card spread, past, present, future, in 7 areas of your life. If you'd like to stick around during the intro while I shuffle and lay out the cards, hear more about the gypsy spread and the reading we're about to do, feel free to stick around. Otherwise, you're welcome to fast forward to the part of the video where I just jump right into the reading. I promise I won't even know. And I don't mind. I understand. Okay, so our card came right out for our energy of this reading. The energy I'm picking up on are anyone in the sign of Cancer who's needing to be reassured that they can trust. You've probably been betrayed in some way, really seeking confirmation that it's time to maybe trust again. That's generally what I'm getting. But we'll talk about that more as I get into the reading a little bit more, as I promised our other viewers who were jumping right ahead. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail next. What I will share about this reading is, like I already said, it is a 21 card spread. So we will cover past in 7 areas of your life, present, and future. And the reason why I enjoy this reading for the beginning of a new year, especially January, is it gives us an opportunity at a new beginning to make sure we're being realistic about where we've come from, where we are, and where we're going. I think that I personally like having that viewpoint. It's my favorite part of tarot, is being able to see where some of the challenges are or what's hidden that I don't see coming. And I think that these spreads always reveal some type of challenge that's in our life and where we can maybe put our new focus or energy, apply some efforts. We can actually see some challenges in our life that we feel aren't really harming the other aspects of our life. And through tarot, it might really wake us up to see, oh, this thing that I thought was kind of small or insignificant, it really is impacting other areas in my life. Now that we put it this way, we're seeing it from that perspective. We don't really think about our lives in columns and rows and in this matrix sort of situation. So I like putting it out in this way. We see how everything is interwoven, how all aspects of our life are tied together. Past, present, future. Okay, so sign of Cancer, needing to trust. We've got a lot of major arcana all over. Difficulties in the past. Pretty solid present. Great things in the future. This is going to be interesting. Sorry, let me just readjust. I feel like I gotta settle in for this one because it's going to be an interesting one. Okay, so the first card that we received here was this trust card. This is from, I think it's called Healing with Angels or something. Yeah, Healing with the Angels Oracle card. I've had this deck forever. If you've seen any of the other readings that I've posted recently, I've been using this deck to really connect with the energies that are coming through in some of these readings to make sure that I know who I'm reading for. This can't be a general reading for every single person. It's going to pull from specific types of energies. And so this is going to be pulling from energies of people who are maybe struggling with an area of trust. They, based on this probably difficult past, and in a season of evolution, learning to trust again, because you know that's what's best for you. And really looking for confirmation that trust, it's okay to lean into trust. Like trusting that the divine will be there to catch you, trusting that there is goodness in your future, trusting that you're not always going to be betrayed, you're not always going to be stabbed in the back. Like she's looking in this orb like she's looking at a crystal ball. Like, tell me that I can trust that there's goodness in the future. Right? And we're starting on the lower left side. I don't know if you can see all of these cards. You probably can't. I thought I adjusted this already. Give me 1 second. I want you to be able to see most of them at least. There. That works a little bit better. Okay, so the far left here, while I'm readjusting and making things neater, this far left corner here, this is the area of work, and or like your prospects for work. It's interesting that this has the moon card in your past. Like, but then you have the king of earth and the world. So what was hidden? What kind of secret? This is not an area you struggle with. This is where you thrive. Okay, I need to go to the rest of the reading, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here without really reading into any of this in detail and say that the thing that was hidden from you was your confidence in yourself and your own abilities. I think that's what was hidden. I don't think you trusted in yourself and your own abilities and as much as you should have. And you were just kind of going along on this path that seemed like an appropriate path for you. You probably chose based on what your skills and interests were, what your strengths were. You just probably used all of the logical cues around you to direct you on a certain career path. And it was good. Because you're in the current season of like super abundance. You recognize this actually, or you will be recognizing this soon. That your ability to, your knowledge that you've gained in this area, you're very, very knowledgeable, well-versed, experienced. You're an authority in this field. So you had a lot of doubt here in yourself in the past. And there may have been somebody that was kind of feeding into that doubt for you. And it's possible that person's behind you in your past. And that's why you have opened up this King of Earth here in your present. But you're incredibly abundant and successful. And the world is here in your future. So you are definitely on your path. And you may have recently discovered something new on your path. Maybe you may have even entered a new path just based on what you love to do. Something like that. Like you leaned into trusting yourself and your intuition. And it's gonna work out for you if it's not already showing signs of it already. That's a sign of trust right there. We'll keep going back to this, but who doesn't want King of Earth into the world anywhere in their life? Like, seriously? Your present is King of Earth. I just want to hold this up for a minute and give you a moment to like really take this in. King of Earth to the world. That is your current energy going into your future energy. Should you remain on this path? That's not too shabby. Like I said, I don't do only positive readings. They come out. There's going to be a challenge in here somewhere, I promise. We got a tower, so but that's a good place to start, okay? And so far, all we have here is a little bit of self-doubt, lack of confidence, it appears, in doing what it is that you're meant to do. You're on the right path. You're doing what it is you're meant to do. Whether it's something you've been on for a while or something that's new to you, you're definitely on the correct path now. Four of Water is here in your past. This is in the area of like home or needs. So what you need, I've recently said this and I feel like it really describes home and needs paired together very well. Your home can be like the domicile, where you live, where you feel safe, where you feel comfortable. It's your home. It's where you sleep, right? But also you live inside your body. Your body is your home as well. And so it can also mean your personal needs. And you have the Four of Water here in your past. So you may have possibly neglected or not really paid a lot of attention to your needs in the past. I feel like you neglected your needs. It may have been, it may or may not have been in the home, right? But something about yourself. You could have neglected your physical health, psychological health, emotional health, really denying anything of yourself, not really being well-rounded in self-care. And maybe you really put a lot of focus in this work energy here and you neglected other areas of your life. You sacrificed this for this. Possibly. Maybe not. But there's definitely a lack of self-care here in your past. But what's interesting is you are in your present Queen of Water, which is my personal mission in life, okay? Queen of Water energy is your present moment. So you're certainly, I mean, we will probably see it here, but you've been through a very, very difficult life. You've had an incredibly difficult journey. And the only way to get to Queen of Water is to be somebody who's already been through difficulty. I'll just tell you that. You don't come out of the womb Queen of Water. Nobody comes into this world Queen of Water on an easy path. It just does not happen. I am a firm believer. So you can argue with me, and that's fine. You're welcome to your opinions, but I don't think that you get there without hardship. It's because you've learned through very difficult seasons in life a full, true perspective on the good, bad, ugly, healing, coming through, overcoming, resilience. And it's the truest way to have genuine, sincere empathy, is to have experienced supreme difficulty yourself, right? And so this is the energy that you're in right now. There's all of those words I just used to describe you. I feel like you are feeling this energy, and you maybe still have a little bit of doubt, but like you have come into a very significant evolution here. Hitting this king of earth and this queen of water energy in the area of needs, in the area of work and prospects. And I don't think this is a coincidence that these are both happening together in the present. You also have the star down here. So I think you've overcome something very difficult in the past, very likely recent past. And it is something that you were able to overcome. It's built a lot of strength and resilience in you, and it's taught you that you should trust yourself. Oh my gosh, trust. It has taught you how to trust yourself and lean into your faith and lean into yourself. That's what it's taught you. Yeah. That's why trust is here. But there is an element of doubt that's in you because you were someone that never trusted. You didn't really trust yourself. That's where the moon is. You kind of trusted other people to give you feedback on who you were and how you were doing, in order to feel like you were okay, or you were doing okay, or you were doing the right thing, or you were on the right path. And something like, I mean, we got a tower over here, we'll see, but it's in an interesting place. But whatever it is that you went through, I mean, it could have, it's certainly for at least some of you, brought you to your knees in like the worst way. Mm-hmm. But let's get back to the point here. I'm just really strongly connecting with this aspect of you right now. This is very much you. And I think that there is a huge, huge focus for you on yourself and your needs and taking care of yourself. It's like you are recognizing for the first time in your life that you are a queen and you deserve to be treated like one. And the only person, if you don't treat yourself like a queen, why would somebody else treat you like a queen? So you're going to start treating yourself like a queen because you deserve it. And if no one else is going to do it, you might as well do it for yourself. Like that's fully the energy I get. And I think that that is how you got to King of Earth here in your area of work, is because you are recognizing your worth and your value. Because only a queen and a king, only someone with this level of power could have come through what you came through. And it's going to bring you the world, and it's going to bring you new love and abundance. I mean, you are going to enter a new season out of this, of in the area of home and in the area of taking care of yourself. So I do feel like you're going to be moving into, like, this feels like a very emotional, like self-awareness, that's confirmation, emotional self-awareness, kind of an awakening sort of thing. I think if I got clarifying cards, I'd probably get the Judgment card here. But what I think is happening here is that's leading you into the next season of your self-care journey, which is going to be more than just your emotional needs and your self-confidence and all that stuff. You're going to be taking care of your physical health in a new and better way than you ever had before, and you're going to really commit to it. And you're going to do that in like psychological, emotional needs. You may be taking on a new exercise practice, new nutrition, new meditation practice, new community, bringing more, all sorts of things into your life. You're fully committed to doing some new things in your life that I don't think that you were ever able to commit to before for yourself. Okay, that was a long one. 3 of water is here in the past for you. And this is in the area of what you desire. And what you've desired is really just companionship, friendship, just you've desired emotional connection. And you've had emotional connection. But it's definitely been an area where it's been almost, in some parts of your life, superficial. Like you may have some really, really good close friends, but there's only a few of them. And then the rest of the relationships in your life maybe have been mostly superficial. Eight of Earth here in your present is really speaking to you, putting a lot of focus into this work energy here. Like you are feeling flow and you desire to continue to be in that flow. You have found your symphony, your magnus opus. Is that what it's called? Magnum opus? Something like that? It's got a cello here, so it's making me think that. But, maybe you're writing a book, right? That could be it. You've decided to write a book. Maybe you're opening a new business. Maybe you're on a new career path. Maybe you've been promoted to something new. Maybe, maybe. There's so many possibilities here. But something in this area of work, you're entering a period of flow frequently, and it's actually your current desire. That is what you are currently desiring. And you have a lot of fortune and luck in that area. It's working positively for you. You have the sun in your future. Well, could there be a better reading? I don't know. Cancer, you have the sun in your future in what you desire. Basically, keep doing what you're doing and your heart's desire is there for you. Like you have happiness, joy. This is just the complete fulfillment card. The sun is, apart from the world, probably one of the best cards in the deck. I'd argue the sun is better than the world because the world is kind of, you've reached the pinnacle of something and then you start a cycle over, right? Which I love, new beginnings too. But the sun is just, it's not telling you it's the end. It's not telling you it's the beginning. It's basking in the glow, the happiness, the joy, the fulfillment. And this is in your area of your luck and your desires. Okay? So you've got 8 of Earth flow and the sun in your future. You've got King of Earth and the world. So whatever career thing that you have unlocked, these are related. This is what you desire and this is what you're working towards. These are parallel to each other, but they're kind of one and the same. That is your life's purpose. Without a doubt. The Justice card here is in the past, in the area of friends and support, which is interesting. Like maybe you had good balance. You have the Hangman in your present, seeing things from a new perspective, and the 10 of Fire in your future. I think that you've had a nice balance of actual of friendships in the past and support, financial, emotional support. I feel like it's coming through in the Justice card and not something like the Temperance card or something other like that. Like it's not coming through in like a friendship card, but in a Justice card. Because I do think that there may have been, see, this insecurity that's here, right? And this, like, probably had a little bit of a wall. There's like some insecurity here in your past, and you may have been a little insecure about your friendships, actually. They were good friendships. I think that you've had times in your life where you've doubted whether your friends really cared about you or were really your true friends. Maybe after a period of time of not speaking, you think they've just like moved on, they don't like me anymore, like for no reason whatsoever, right? But I think that you've had those thoughts. And that's why I think this justice is a card of balance and equality, right? I don't feel that justice has been served where you've been wronged in your past here by your friends. I mean, maybe, but in a minor way. I think the justice card is coming through to, and I'm seeing this in the context of the hanged man, by the way, which is in your present. You're starting to see things from a new perspective. And I think this is the perspective that you're coming to, is to know that, some friends were superficial, but some were really close. And that's what we were talking about here. Like you have a handful of really close friends, but a lot of them were superficial friends. And the energy of the superficial friends, or the maybe more acquaintances than very close personal friends, came through and kind of colored your close relationships a little bit. But you have a nice balance in that, and I think that's the perspective that you're bringing, is just knowing like who your ride or die were. Like they were with you all along. You always knew who you could pick up the phone and call, and they would be there to at least listen, right? And that perspective is coming through for you, and it's really reminding you, I don't need 100 people who are going to be my very close best personal friends. It's not even possible, right? The fact that I have one or maybe two or three is all that I need. And that's a perfect balance. And you're bringing that into perspective. The relationships in your life that are really important. See how this goes 11 to 12? This is an evolution. Yep. You're evolving into this new perspective on your friendships. Who are the most important friendships to you? Who doesn't need as much of your time and energy, and who deserves it? And then we have the 10 of Fire here to wrap this up. I just showed you that card quickly, but I always like looking at this card because it's so interesting. Because it's like she's burning these pages. And I think of it kind of as burning bridges, right? But she's not burning bridges. This is all in the thread of the same vein. This is kind of like coming to the completion of this season because you've achieved this energy. You've gone from the moon to the queen to the sun, right? And in this 10 of Fire energy, it's like the completion of a cycle or a season around friendships and support. Basically burning the numbers you don't need. If maybe you'll run into them at the grocery store, or you'll bump into them somewhere in life again, and maybe you won't. And it really doesn't matter too much to you. The people that you need in your life are already in your life. And I think you're moving beyond putting too much focus and energy on trying to maintain friendships and support systems that don't support you in return. That's what I think. Messenger of Earth is sitting here in your past energy in the area of love and romance. Okay. Well, I think that you have love coming into your life if you don't have a relationship already. Um, in the past, I think that the relationships that were right for you, I don't feel like they moved fast enough for you, or there was something about them that like you were putting in a lot of work. You were putting in a lot of work, and that work wasn't being reciprocated in some cases. In other cases, it was moving just too slowly for you, and you really wanted more of that chemistry, spark, firework, like really fast moving, passionate energy. For any of you who don't have a romance in your life, I feel like that energy was an obstacle for you. Like you just didn't really meet your right match. Like your right match probably starts in this messenger of earth energy, actually. But if you're not in a current love relationship, something about that didn't work well for you. You need to trust more in this. We do have love here coming into the present. Like you're going to be really inspired to go seek a romantic relationship for yourself again, to fulfill that part of your need if you are not in a romantic relationship already. If you are in a relationship currently, my assumption is that it's going pretty well based on the read here, that it's very well grounded. I think for like I said, this messenger of earth energy, this is where I feel like your true path or true connection for you starts. So in the past, if you have a love relationship that's right now and it's working really, really well, it's because it started in this kind of slow rooted, abundant area where there was a lot of balance in the area of you're both on the same page. I feel like there was equal financial abundance, contribution, work, effort in all areas. Like there was a lot of effort on both sides of the equation, and that it wasn't something that, while there may have been physical attraction, it wasn't something where you all were off to the races. Like you treated it respectfully, like you wanted to make a conscious choice. I think that's the case for some of you, especially for those of you who are like really in good energy around romance right now. For those of you who are seeking romance, it is definitely there for you. It's coming, definitely. You're inspired to pursue it, actually, as a result of all of this other stuff that's going on here. And I would just continue to heed the advice of the others in your sign that have had success here. I do think that this is the best path forward when you meet someone, is to make sure you're still focused on that slow moving energy, because this is star pentacle slow moving energy all the way through. That's going to be like a consistent, reliable, like lifelong partnership if you pursue it in that way. There's no like wand, fire, sword energy here. It's not going to move fast. So don't look the other way if it's not moving fast enough for you, because it might be the right fit. Nine of Earth is the ultimate future outcome on this path, which is a very good path. You're going to, for some of you, independence and not being in a committed romantic relationship is your ultimate goal. And that is perfect for you. And that's totally fine. For others of you, you're going to be in a very fair, balanced, equal give and take relationship, and it's going to foster your independence. And that's what you need. Like, you're going to be supported for who you are. You're going to be able to continue to be this King of Earth, Queen of Water energy. So you're not going to have to sacrifice these parts of yourself for this love energy that's coming in for you here. And if you're in a current relationship, it's evolving into that. And that's wonderful. It's going to be a place of support for you. Whoever this individual is who's partnering with you definitely is the star. The star is inspiration in the present moment, and that if you're in love, seeking love, there's maybe a lot of inspiration around love right now, probably because other areas of your life are going so well. And when other areas of your life are going well, gosh, you want to continue to pursue other things so that all areas of your life can go incredibly well. The person in your life that is your match is inspiring to you and is a star in that they are strong enough to be able to provide the love, support, compassion for somebody that has this level of strength. This is very intimidating. You've reached a place in life that makes you very intimidating. A Queen of Water, King of Earth, that is somebody who's reached the pinnacle of their financial, worldly abundance and emotional. Like, that's a very, very strong, well-rounded person right there. And the only match for that is going to be somebody who's already a star. They're going to be powerful enough to actually match your energy. So look for a star, my friends. Okay, in the past year, we have the Tower. Remember, like a million years ago, I think this reading has been going on forever, about 38 minutes, it looks like. When we were talking about this Queen of Water energy, I was so inspired by where you have come from and where you are now, and how it had to be through difficulty. And that's certainly confirmed here in the Tower here that's in your past in the area of plans and goals. You did not have just one, but many Tower moments. In fact, it's so significant that it is a major arcana showing up as your primary motivator in your past, your primary goal or plan. And it was to overcome this Tower. I think that you had what most people would call a Tower moment over and over again. So much so that the cycle of Tower moments became its own Tower, right? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like there was something karmic about it, or you felt like it was your energy. You felt like the universe didn't love you, didn't support you, didn't love you, which is why you lacked all this self-confidence. You didn't trust yourself, and you still have an inkling of doubt. about whether this is real. You kind of still don't even think that this is really happening to you right now. There's a part of you that doubts it. Okay? And that's why you're watching this. But it is real. It is 100% real. It's 100% earned. This may have been karmic, but it was so big that the series of tower moments for you was your tower. I don't know if I am explaining that well or not. If you're in this, you know what I mean. If you're not in this, it may not make any sense to you. But overcoming your life, period. And the fact that you just constantly were in cycle after cycle of tower moment was your only plan or goal, because it's like you were in this constant survival mode. So how could you plan or have any other goals other than survive if all you're doing is going from one tower moment to the next? For sure. No wonder you're the Queen of Water. 6 of Water is here in your present, in your current plans and goals. I don't normally read this card this way, but I feel for you, your current plans or goals is you don't want to lose sight of the gifts that you have in your present. It's like you're looking at your own life. Like, see that? She's looking at herself, her reflection of herself in the water. Like she's looking in the mirror. I think that you don't want to lose sight of where you've come from and where you are now. And it's almost like nostalgia isn't the correct word, but it's as if you are presently in this moment of honoring where you came from and where you are, because it seems like such a big hurdle that you overcame that it would be disrespectful. So weird. It's not weird, it's just the words that are coming are, it's like it seems disrespectful not to honor or have gratitude for where you are. And I feel like that's because you feel like you're supported angelically and you want to make sure that you don't lose sight of the support that you have been given to kind of evolve to this place that you are in your life. Yeah. Seven of Air is in your future, meaning you are going to be very strategic about your future. Yep. You are not going to walk into the next season of your life. You may not walk into another day of your life like forgetting your past. This is your plans or your goals. You're never going to forget the tower moment. You're going to make sure that you recognize it in the present, and you're going to keep it with you, and you're going to be strategic about your future so that you don't ever get caught in these tower moments again. That's the long and short of it, and I do not blame you. King of Air is in the past position of your personal quest. Interesting. I think this is saying that you had a certain vision on what you thought your life was going to be, or what you thought your quest in life was. I think you set out when you were young to kind of check boxes the way that culture tells us to check boxes. So you perceived yourself to probably be someone to like go get some type of education or training in some way, and then move on to the next thing and have this successful career, and move on to the next thing and have a marriage and move on to the next thing. And, I definitely saw that, like, this image of success. That's what this represents for me, is this image of success. It doesn't mean success. It's an image of it. And that was kind of what you thought was your personal quest. It was a false quest, and it existed because of this lack of confidence and probably a lifetime of tower moments. But what your quest has evolved into now is this 9 of fire. This is a wounded warrior energy. This is a person with a lot of focus in their present. This is, you're not losing sight of the goal. Your personal quest is to make your life, your pain, and everything mean something. You're not going to forget your heart. You're not going to forget where you came from. We've already talked about this. You're not going to forget and what your goals are for your future. You are going to approach everything with a strategic mind. Your personal quest right now is defending the castle that you've built up to this point. Let's just say that. And 2 of air. 2 of air is a very interesting outcome for a reading this spectacular. I mean, it's a spectacular reading because this is like the ultimate underdog who's overcome story. That's what it is to me. Like, you have kicked ass in your life. That your life kicked your ass, and then you kicked its ass in return. And your ultimate outcome is the 2 of air, which is a choice to be made. So your personal quest, you're going to be making some type of choice. And I think that the choice that you're going to be making, forgive my dog who's decided to eat a Lego at the very end of this reading. Okay, I just needed to stop a dog from eating a Lego. We'll finish up here real quick. The 2 of air card is where I wanted to wrap this up. This is the final card in your reading. It's a future card around kind of your personal quest in this life based on your current circumstances. And what I think this is saying is that you're going to come to a place where you have to make a choice. There will be a crossroads. Based on what I'm seeing here, I think the crossroads is around kind of doing some letting go around this Tower to 6 of water to 7 of air moment. It's certainly important for you to keep this right now. It's your personal goal in life not to let go of this. And based on how good the rest of your reading is, I can't say that you're wrong. It's probably very motivating for you and very good for you to just keep that in the back of your mind always, a motivating force. But based on what else is going on here, we have the King of Air, the 9 of Fire, and then the 2 of Air. It's like you started at the King of Air and you end up at the 2 of Air. Because like the King of Air goal in your past or this part of your quest, this isn't the path you were meant to be on. And now you're going from the King downward to the 2. And the 2 is the crossroads, the final decision, the final letting go. And the letting go may be some sort of letting go of the past. I don't know what it is, but there is going to be some crossroad in your quest. And it's about you making a choice. And it has to be about this. That's what I see for you right now. It's not a bad thing. You'll be ready for it when it comes, especially with all of this here. You have everything that you need within you to be able to handle that. it's just, that's what's here. A choice, a crossroads, and a little one at that. So I hope that reading resonated with you, Cancer. If that did, or if you're still here, I really would appreciate a like or subscribe, or both. Thank you. Until next time.